Okay, now we have arrived to Hillevar village, which is ancient and I think mysterious village.
Exactly.
Yeah, I really like to visit this village because I saw the pictures on internet and it was really interesting for me, and I really like to know what is the story behind it.
Exactly, I will tell you. This is, as you said, this is totally different, unique, and also mysterious village. The name of that is a Hillevar. If you look at this hill, it is full of houses, actually. It was said that something near to 90 different houses we have in this village. And they are under the ground. Because of that, it's completely hidden village. When the government wants to make these roads, about 20 years ago, they discovered this village. Actually, before than that, we had no clue about this village because that was under the soil. All these rocks, they are similar to the rocks in Kandahar. They made naturally because of the volcano. The mountain behind, the name of that is Sahand, that's 3,700 meters, and that was volcanic, but not active anymore. And the last time which started to explode was about 4,000 years ago. The mixture of the ashes from that volcano with the river in this part, in this valley, these stones, these rocks made naturally. But people started to settle and start to live in these rocks much later. If I want to speak about the Kandahar, that's about 1,200 years ago. But about this village, which is mysterious because little by little sand and soil came and covered this complex. Because of that, it started to be hidden. When the Mongols attacked to Iran, let me go inside, we can see the inside. When the Mongols attacked to Iran, the people of the village in Kandahar, they had this fear that the Mongols might arrive to here and kill them as well. That's why they came to this village and dig the rocks, as you see. They dig the rocks and made houses inside these rocks. Look like Kandahar again. But because this was hidden under the ground, under the soil, this was something invisible and no one could detect and find here. They stayed here for a couple of months. After the things calmed down because of the Mongols, they again go out and went to their houses in the Kandahar. Because the Mongols never came to here. They were in Tabriz also, but not in the Kandahar. But because of the fear, they settled here. Later, a couple of years later, they understand that this is a good idea to use these houses, which they dig them themselves for the short and temporary time, as a stable. After that event, they started to keep their animals in these stables, in these houses, which some of them we will see up there as well. This is the biggest house of the village. We think because that was for the chief of the village maybe, or Kat Khoda, we say that. And that's why it's the biggest one, and it had 3 floors that I will show you. To isolate and make the warmer atmosphere here, they had a place for the fire. And when they make a fire, the smoke here can isolate here, and inside will be much warmer in winter. Look like now, as you see, inside is cold.
So that's why the ceiling is dark.
The smoke made it completely dark. All those places made later because of being stable. That was something places for the sheep and for their cows to eat and also drink water. As I told you, the aspect of here was changed later. If you look at that part, we can see 3 floors. From there, I will show you. And then we go up to see 2 or 3 more houses.
And excuse me, are these actually places for feeding the animals?
Now, later, yes, that was for the animals. But these things look like shelves. Over there, they were for the candles.
This part.
Put them, yes, to put them while they were here, used to live here. But all around the walls, they are for the animals, which made later. Come here. You can see easily 3 floors. The basement here and the rooftop, which damaged and destroyed by the time. But it was in 3 floors, this house. Maybe that was a storage for them over there, that hole. And from here, if you keep going down there and if you have any lights, you can enter and arrive different rooms and different houses. Because the houses in the past were connected to each other. Nowadays, they are something quite difficult to go because some of them definitely you need lights, some of them are quite narrow to go in. But in the past, in the time that the Mongols were in Iran and they had this fear, they could go to each other's houses easily without going outside.
So actually this place was somewhere they could hide themselves.
Exactly.
And I think that they actually haven't gone out for maybe several months. So that's why they had actually entrances to each other.
Exactly. That's the main reason. We can go up to see some other houses, much smaller than this, but some other houses up there. Please, we can go out there.
Excuse me.
Let me see another house here. All this mountain, as I told you, this hill is full of houses look like that, which made naturally by the volcano, but by the people to hide themselves. This is much smaller, this house, as you see. Again, place for cooking, an oven. Smaller rooms in every corner. And as you see, they all made by their hand. I mean, they dig that with their hand and made these rocks. These rocks, they have good aspect because digging them are very easy. As you see, they are soft.
Yeah.
With just very small, gentle touch, they will just damaged. But in another case, they are quite strong enough because we have these rocks for more than 4,000 years, as I told you. Another thing is that when it's snow or when it's rain, they keep the water in themselves. That's why in summer, inside the rooms will be much cooler and you don't need any aircon in the houses.
Interesting.
Yes. Wow.
So do you think they have had entrances to the outside?
Yeah, some of them, for example, here a small door was for the outside, but also it's completely hidden, as you see. Because while we are entering inside, we're coming down. And from the road or from the distance, no one can understand there is a house there or there is something look like a door there, and they can understand that.
So how did they close the door?
Maybe they had some stones, look like that one, to cover their houses, to show this is natural, this is not made by the human, to be hidden as well. Because we have no pictures, no documents, nothing telling us about those houses on that time, actually. Well, also up there you can see some rocks which left, and they are looking like the rooftop of the houses. As I told you, they made naturally with the volcano, the ashes of the volcano. And all houses looking like them up there, they had rooftops by the time, but they were under the ground. And that was completely hidden, as I told you. Which in the Kanda one we will see. All the houses are outside of the soil and they are visible and they have rooftops and they are looking like rocks and beehives, the honeycomb. That I will talk about that later in the Kanda one as well.
There are some holes.
Exactly, that's because of the erosion. So
I
mean the rain,
I thought
wind,
maybe it
sand,
was
soil.
used like a window or something.
No, because that's not part of the house. That's as I told you, that's a rooftop of the houses, and they made naturally because of the erosion. Many reasons just made the holes in it.